Okay, so this is where the magic happens, down in my basement. For those of you that don't know, my chocolate Escapade is based in the basement of my home, and it is a commercial Alberta Health Services inspected kitchen, and we are also licensed with the Canadian Food Inspection Agency, so we can ship across Canada. And here's the main area, some ingredients and some equipment. My jam box up here, because the only thing I love almost as much as chocolate is music. And here is my giant granite countertop. 2 burly men carried down by hand. I don't want to know how heavy that actually was. But it made it in one piece, and it is wonderful. Working with chocolate on hot caramel and fruit jellies, you really need a stone countertop, or whatever you pour that hot stuff onto will buckle. Stainless steel will buckle, warp. Okay, so anyways, this is what I had done new. So we had the electrician install some more electrical circuits in what I will call this cubby, formerly a closet. And so now I can run all this equipment without having a problem with flipping breakers. So what do I have here? So I've got a couple of food dehydrators, which are very multi-purpose for chocolatiers. So in this one right now, actually, I'm melting some cocoa butter for an order that I need to do. And I'm melting some chocolate. When you need chocolate in small batches, it is wonderful. And in this one, I actually am using it as a mold dryer so that it dries without water spots and makes polishing less work. And that is a little doggy that I'm using for a custom order. I think it's dry now. I will share more on that later. Microwave, convection oven, wine fridges, which hold finished product at the ideal temperature and humidity, and refrigerator, freezer, and there's Lorenzo, the Xiaomi automatic tempering machine, which I have yet to fire up. Oh, I know it's terrible. I'm hoping next week. I need to finish this order first, and then there will be videos. And this little cubby of things that are seldomly used. Notice there's a little alcohol in the corner here. My alcohol bonbons do not sell particularly well. I don't make them very often, therefore, so they are in the corner. Okay, so let's see here. This is the packing area. Really not much exciting to see in here. All sorts of things you do to package. My cutter, extra boxes down here. Printer, messy shelf with all sorts of ideas for new boxes I've been working on. I'm going to run out of my first box collection, so I need to, I'm in the middle of developing a new look for our boxes. New and improved. So just, you know, lots of things you need to store. Inserts and boxes and ribbon and bags. All that kind of thing. Got my heat sealer and my vacuum sealer there. And there's my yard out there that I get to look at once in a while from down here. I put plastic on my window. Keeps all the bugs out. No bugs. I hate bugs. There will be no bugs down here. Okay. This here is a panning machine. And what it does, it's actually attached to my KitchenAid mixer. Super cool. So it will create, with much time and effort, round objects covered in chocolate. Stay tuned. I have to learn how to do that. And then I've got my induction burners here. This is where the caramels and the fruit jellies are made. Sometimes I do dueling because I'm the ultimate multitasker. Down here I've got a dehumidifier and an air conditioning unit. So the air conditioning unit will work in tandem with the panner because you need cool air. And the dehumidifier is because, and you also see thermometers all over the place down here, and humidistats because chocolate has to be kept within very stringent temperature and humidity. So I'm always managing that. And then just some more dishes, food processor, melanger. This is where I make pralines, so nut pastes and things like that. And the stone grinder, that's about to get used soon as I start up for Christmas. I know it's July, but if I don't get started soon, it's not gonna happen. I'm a one-person show, so okay. So more ingredients and dishes and all sorts of interesting things. So these are my melters. These are what you use to melt smaller amounts of chocolate as opposed to a tempering machine. So this guy holds 24 kilograms and these pans hold 6 kilograms. So right now I have some, again, multi-use tool, some colored cocoa butters in here because I'm going to do a bunch of hand painting for the doggy mold here. And then in here I have the dark chocolate that I'm going to shell the dog with. And yeah, hand blenders, which are really important for emulsifying your fillings for the bonbons. And let's see what else. This is my speed rack where I store product that's made. This is the pâte de fruits or fruit jellies that are drying. Now they need a couple of days to dry after they've been coated in sugar before they can be packed up. In the busy season, this rack will be full. I have another one in the other room I will show. Okay, so moving on. This is my amazing, more on that later. This helps me temper my chocolate currently, but that's a whole other story. Cocoa butter and chocolate can be tempered with the silk or tempered cocoa butter that is sitting in this machine. It's like a sous vide, keeps it at 33.3 Celsius. And more on that later. So this is where I do my cleanup because I'm very messy. Yeah, and this is the drying rack. And over here is fun. So this might be hard to get on the camera, but here we go. So this is my spray station. So those are filters up here. They will filter out the colored cocoa butter that becomes atomized when you spray it through an airbrush. Okay, so, and then I also wear a gas mask because you have to protect your lungs. This is my filter to filter the cocoa butter, some brushes, and I've covered everything in plastic and paper because things get messy. And this is molds that I'm currently using and a whole bunch of colored cocoa butters on the shelf, my compressor that helps run the spray gun, and then that's that room. And then finally another dehumidifier. This is the storage room. So ironically, this room has the most value of any in our house. So here's my little photo booth. So this is where I take pictures for social media and the website. And in here we've just got extra boxes, extra molds, and this is where I store some ready-made product in this speed rack here. Some more ready-made product here, more boxes, more packaging, bags, and lots of chocolate, and another thermometer so you can see how particular you have to be. And if any of you have seen us at the market, this is what we call Princess. It's our acrylic display case where we put our bonbons, and it is acrylic and fragile, so we call it Princess. And then over here we've got a few fridges and freezers because you gotta have a lot of ingredients. So in this big guy we've got nuts and fruit purees. This one we've got some finished product. And this one, these are super cool. They're actually convertible, fridge or freezer. So right now this one's on fridge mode. And I've got my nut butters and stuff in there to keep them nice and fresh. And well, that's really it. Hard to really capture the essence of a space like this with all these little rooms on camera, but this is where the magic happens. This is my happy place. And I hope you found this valuable. Thank you for watching.